So we let our dry rub and our mustard sit on the brisket overnight. Now we're going to let it rest and come up to room temperature so it doesn't get angry when we throw it in the smoker. Just like my wife will get really angry at me if I wake her up to barbecue. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the time we've all been waiting for. Wait a minute. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Something important. There it is. Alright, time to barbecue. I now give you the Masterbuilt 30. And watch how easy it is to get started. Okay, so can't really show you because Samsung is weird and it's making it look blinky when it's really not. Maybe I won the lottery. Ding, 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 ding. So a lot of questions just flying in about this. Unit has 4 racks. There's your heating element. Your wood chips go in the pan down here. And then for the purpose of today, I'm going to talk a lot about temperature. There is the temperature gauge back here. So we're going to keep that in mind when we put our meat on the rack here. Oh, yeah. We have our brisket. We have our Lotto machine smoker. Got a little smoke coming out you can't see. 220 Fahrenheit. We're going in. Remember that temperature gauge I was awkwardly pointing out a second ago? Whew. We are going to position our meat so it's cooking just below that temperature gauge. As you can see that back there, we want a little bit of space to the side so the air can move through. But now we're going to get a good reading of our meat. Time to close this bad boy up. Alright, time to open it up and give it a quick mop. No, not that kind of mop. This kind of mop. What the heck am I going to do with this tiny thing? This is what we're going to use. The new mop. Sorry, old mop. You just don't cut it. Remember this from the other day? Found a use for it. Now let's see what we've done so far. Nice. Pull this out. Take our spray bottle. A little mist over the top. So a couple benefits to using Coca-Cola. One, I'm never going to drink this stuff, so might as well burn it on some barbecue. The other thing is, as the sugars in the Coke cook and caramelize on the outside of the meat, they become sticky, and that creates another way for the smoke to stick to your meat, giving it more flavor. 3 hours down, 5 to go. Been 4 hours, time to check in on the meat, but I feel like I'm forgetting something else that's really important. Good thing we got that all sorted out. Let's check in on the brisket. Quick little spray. We'll give it another check in about an hour. Take the temp. So you can't see it on our Lotto machine. We have it set for 220. And what I like is the thermometer is in the middle, right next to where we placed our meat. So as we know, heat rises, so it's going to be hotter than 220 here, but we know right where our meat is, it's 220. So we're at 156. This is the point where the proteins just start to break down. We'll give it about 10 more degrees, then we're going to wrap it in foil. Oh, we're going to close this up, give it about another hour. But that's why I liked the unit, because you have the temperature probe in the middle and not at the very top. That's going to give you the highest temperature. So a pretty good average. So keep that in mind for your ovens at home or other rack type smokers. The food that's put on the top rack is going to be cooked at the highest temperature. The product at the lowest is going to be cooked the coolest. And now, a short break from barbecuing for... Having a good walk, Thor? A little barbecue break. Okay, back to barbecuing. So we're hoping it's close or above 160 degrees here. At 160, the connective tissue starts breaking down, and that's when you start losing moisture. Pretty darn close, we'll take it. So once we get above 160 degrees and the connective tissue breaks down, the juices are going to flow out. So now we've taken it off, we're going to wrap it in foil to trap all that liquid in. And now, instead of raising the temperature, I'm just going to move it up one rack to the one above, where it'll probably cook about 225, and we're going to finish it for the last couple hours. It's starting to get dark. This is when the real men become barbecuers. Alright, we're looking for like 190, 195. We give this just one more minute, and then we're going to pull it out and let it rest. Nice. Yeah, I'd say this thing creates an adequate amount of smoke. So I took the brisket out of the smoker at about 192. It's going to keep rising internally a little bit. So now we have a towel, and we're going to wrap our brisket for at least 30 minutes. And you've all been following me long enough now that we all know resting in meat is like the most important thing we can do after cooking it for 9 hours. You remember these. So just relax. Trust the cooking process. We've done all this work for 9 hours. We're going to let it just sit and hang out and let that juice absorb back into the meat. Just give you a second to let that soak in. It's about 160, 165 degrees that these juices start to escape as the proteins and the connective tissues break down. So that's why we wrapped it in foil. Don't even know how to tell you how insane that this smells. Smell the mustard and the different spices and the meat and the smoke. Oh, it's going to be good. So all in all, the brisket was amazing. Tons of flavor. Love the smoker. Really, really happy with the purchase. Super simple to use, and cleanup was like 2 seconds. So hope everybody had a really great Sunday. Hope everyone had a great Sunday. Thank you all for watching all my snaps, the questions, joining along today. Love the smoker. The brisket was amazing. Catch you tomorrow.